Recently, I thought it'd be funny to mess with a romance scammer. I had some time on my hands, and so I figured why not waste somebody else's time that's trying to steal money from other people. So here we go. So this guy had found me on Instagram, went through and liked every single one of my pictures. He went very far back in time and had sent me a couple messages. I had checked his profile and there's two pictures. And when I did a reverse image search on both of them, they are two different actors. So clearly this is a fake profile being used to scam people from their money. But anyway, he had said hello, and on the day I decided to mess with him, I said hello, and he said, "Hi, how are you doing today?" I had told him I was doing well, and he asked what my name was and where I was from, and I used my alias, Aria, and I said, "I live in Florida, what about you?" And he said, "Nice name, okay, good." I asked again where he was from, and he said, "My name is Khan, and I'm from Pakistan." Sorry, I have to say it that way just because it rhymes so well. And I said, "Okay, cool." And he said, "Aria, how old are you?" And I told him 35. That is not my age. I'm a little bit older, but I just wanted him to flatter me, you know? He said, "Okay," and asked if he could see a picture. Now, I didn't respond fast enough. And he said, "Aria, can I see your pictures?" Again, I didn't respond fast enough. And it was maybe like a minute. And he would, start getting pushy again. And I hate that. But I carried on. And I sent him the most ridiculous picture I have of myself. And he said, "Wow, so cute and beautiful, girl. Tell the truth. How old are you?" And I said, "I'm 35. LOL. How old are you?" He, of course, did flatter me and say, "But you don't look 35 years old. Your face only looks 20. Good lie, but thanks. And he said he's 31 years old. And I said, "Oh, thank you so much. I like to take care of my skin and body." And he said, "Okay, good." And then he asked, "Aria, are you married?" And this was a huge, huge trigger for me. He said, "Answer." Now, I have been in some really bad relationships that were very controlling, and so I do not take that well. But for this, I carried on. So I told him, "No, I am single." And he said, "Okay, you have a boyfriend." And I said, "No." And he said, "Okay." I had asked him if he was single, and he said, "I'm not married, I'm single." And he said, "What your work?" Again, I didn't answer fast enough. He said, "Aria, what your business?" So I had to think of the most annoying and obnoxious job there possibly is, and that is an MLM. No offense to those that work in it, but it's annoying. I've done it. I've been annoying. I'll admit it. So I told him, "I'm my own boss. I sell Mary Kay Cosmetics," and asked what he does. He said, "Okay, good." And he said he works in the fields, and I have my own land. And I said, "Oh, that's so cool." He said, "Thanks." He asked again, "Tell me the truth. Do you have a boyfriend or not?" And I said, "No, I do not have a boyfriend. I've been single for 5 years." And he said, "Okay, you have children?" I said, "No, no children, just cats." And he said, "Wow, I like cats." I said, "Really? That's awesome. A lot of guys don't." And he said, "Yes, I really like cats. I love cats. And you are very beautiful and young. So why haven't you married yet?" And I said, "Neato," in response to the cats, because, if you're a cat lover, I like you. I told him thanks. I just haven't found the right guy yet. So I turned my focus more to my business and making myself happy. And he said, "Maybe you are like me. I also haven't found a good girl yet." I said, "I really like being able to empower other women to build their own businesses and be beautiful at the same time. It's been a really special thing to be a part of." And he said, "This is very good. Can we both be good friends?" And I told him I would love that. I hadn't responded in a minute or so, and he said, "What are you doing? Maybe you're busy." And I said, "I would love for us to be good friends. Sorry, I'm doing some networking while talking to you, so I have to keep jumping around chats." He asked if I promised that we could be good friends and said, "Okay, dear friend, no problem. I can be busy." Wow. Thank you. Thank you. He finally checked my profile and said, "Dear friend, I checked your ID and it has pictures of the child. Who are those children?" So I had to quickly lie and say, "That's my nephew. I helped raise him while his parents were in prison, but they're out now, so he's with them. It makes me sad." And he said, "Okay." Why his parents were in jail. And I said, "Exotic animal smuggling from other countries to the US." And he said, "Okay." "Aria, let me tell you one thing." And I said, "Okay, tell me." "I was saying that you are a very good girl and your morality is also very good. I have liked your manners very much. Aria, send me your pictures more." "Aria, talk to me." It had been a minute or two. So I sent him another unflattering picture of myself. He said, "Aria, you are the most beautiful girl in the all world, I swear." And I had asked him to send me a picture, and he said, okay, but I'm ugly. I'm not beautiful. And he sent me the picture of the actor. It's the same picture that's on his Instagram, whatever. And he said, Aria. And I said, haha, oh, thank you. You were extremely handsome. And he said, thanks, dear. So I told him you should model. So at this point, he says, I wish I was there in your country with you. And in response to me saying he should be a model, he said, really? And I said, yeah, that would be amazing. And yes, I'm surprised you're not already in movies because, again, the pictures he's using are of actors. And he said, can you come to my country? And then also in response to the movies thing, he said, but in movies, the poor man can't get work. He changes the subject and asks, dear, do you like tattoos? I said, I do. They're fun and I love art. He said, do you have tattoos all over your body or just on the hands? I don't have any tattoos on my hands, but sure. All over. He said, wow, I really like. And I asked if he had any tattoos. He said, no, but I will make this on my body now. He asked, do you have tattoos on your chest and back? And I said, my back and a small one on my chest. He asked, wow, can I see? Dear, make a big tattoo on your back. I love the tattoo on my back. Dear, can I see your tattoo? Shout out to this random girl that I found when I Googled redhead back tattoo. Thank you. Shout out to you. And he said, oh my God, amazing. He asked, is that you? I said, yes. Our body types are completely different, but it's fine. It's fine. I said, that was right after I got it. And he said, but I like it very much. And I said, I did too. Wow. So beautiful. Yes, that girl is very beautiful. He tells me, let me tell you one thing. Won't you be angry? I said, you can tell me. He said, but promise me you won't be angry. I said, I won't be angry. And he said, promise? And I said, yes. He said, okay, Aria, I love you. I swear. Now, we had been chatting for maybe like 3.5 hours at this point with like really deep conversations, you know. Said, oh, wow, I'm flattered. I liked you very much. And I also liked your manners. But I swear, I really love you. So, of course, I got to play along. Wow, I think I'm falling in love with you as well. Will you come to me, my country? I said, you're so different from all the other men I've talked to in the past. He said, promise. I said, I need a passport first, but yes, I would love to. He tells me, you are also different from other girls. Welcome, honey. By the way, I was looking for a true relationship for myself for the last 3 years, but I did not find one good girl, but today you have found. Perhaps God has matched me to you. Me. God bless us, everyone. He said, God bless you, my dear. Aria, I love you so much. And then we start getting annoyingly schmoozy. He sends me the heart kisses, and I told him, I love you too, Con. He said, Aria, promise? I said, yes, I promise. He said, I love you so much, my honey. Aria, will you marry me? I think so. Yes. So now we're engaged. Awesome. Oh my God, please, honey, come to my country. I said, I will. He said, dear, 1 minute. I go to Batram. Wait only 1 minute, okay? Just 1 minute, okay? I said, okay. He said, I come back. And I said, yay. He asked, dear, who else lives in your house with you? I said, just my cats. I have 6 of them. That's true. And just like most responses I get to that is, wow. He said, I only have 1 dog. I said, what kind of dog do you have? I love dogs. He asked, dear, where do your parents live? I said, they're in Alaska. They're very far from me. And then he told me he will show me a picture of his dog in the morning. He never did. He asked what I was doing right now. I said, drinking coffee and booking makeovers for other boss babes. He said, be at home or in the outside? I said, I'm in my home. It's raining outside. Can I see your house? I said, you can come over and see it. He said, wow, I like raining. I said, me too. We have so much in common. He said, dear, but my visa issues. I don't have passport and visa. Dear, you make a little video of your house right now and send it to me. I want to see your house. And that's really creepy. I don't want to do that. So I talked my way out of it. I asked him, why do you have visa issues? And then told him that my house is a mess. I need to clean it first. He said, because your country visa is very expensive. He said, no problem. I want to watch it anyway. You make a video and send it to me. Honey. Aria, honey. I was annoyed at this point. I said, hi. He said, love you, baby. Dear, please send me a video of your house. I told him I will another time. I promise. And he said, okay, my love. He was starting to slow down at this point. You know, there had been a few minutes in between. So he comes back, I love you, baby. And I said, I love you too. Yes, dear, what car do you have? Well, sir, I have a Mary Kay Cadillac. Because of course I do. I am a boss babe. He said, nice car. And I said, I worked so hard to earn it. He said, okay, nice car. Okay, my love. God bless you. So, of course, he tries to move me over to another messaging platform that's harder to trace. And so I told him, okay, I just downloaded the app. He said, okay, my love, dear, I'm so sleepy. Here it is 2:33 in the night. Then we can talk in the morning. God bless you. Always, my love. And I said, have a good night. Sweet dreams. He said, thanks, my love. So the next day, obviously, he did reach out to me and I ignored him. Mentally, I was just so exhausted and did not want to deal with the clinginess and the having to constantly respond and pay attention to him when, I mean, no, I don't have a lot else going on, but I don't want all my focus to be on that. You know what I mean? So I'm on the fence on whether or not I want to go back to it because I can easily recover and just say, hey, babe, I'm so sorry. I got arrested when I went to try to go get my passport to see you because they think that I'm trying to help my sibling and their spouse with their exotic animal smuggling. I just got out and I just needed to, process everything over the past couple days. So, I mean, I can, I don't know if I really want to. Like I said, it was fun for like a day. But I am interested to see how this scam goes because I'm familiar with the other ones where they're like, oh, I need help with my visa or I'm almost there, but like I need you to send, gift cards or X amount of money to this Bitcoin ATM wallet or whatever to help me come to you. So, but he keeps asking me to go to him. So I am a little interested to see what this scam is because I haven't seen this kind of like flow before. So I don't know. What do you think? If I do start talking to him again, what crazy things should I say? Like, give me some stuff. Give me some tea to talk about with him. And you know the deal. Give me a like. If you're not following, give me a follow. If you like the story. If you don't, just keep scrolling. Then that's fine. But thank you for spending this time with me and my little romance adventure. And I will see you again soon.